Hi, living in Boulder, Vlog, November 14th, 2020, Saturday or something. Ooh, I can't remember the exact day, but right now it's the 15th at like 3:30ish in the morning. Can't remember exactly. Probably get tired pretty soon, go to sleep. Usually happens pretty suddenly. I'm working, and then I'm like, let's have a little bit of a break, and that turns into just falling asleep, and then I'm dreaming, and I wake up the next day. So 3 is usually about the time I go to sleep, and then I would get up at, what's 3 plus 8? I'd get up at like 11 in the morning. My mother says she's going to come by at 11 or 12 tomorrow. We're going to go on errands to go down to Denver and pick up some stuff with her. And today, actually, or yesterday, I was hanging out with her. Just because I call my mother every single day, trying to make her happy. Best way to make your mother happy, elderly mother, 78. Call her every single day. And before, I thought I could make her happy by calling her every day and offering to help her something with her house. But now what I do is I call every day and I say, it's a list of 3 things that she can choose. So this gives her the opportunity to not bitch about anything. Is there anything in your whole house I can help you with? Or you want to go on a bike ride? Or can I read pages on my website to you? One of those 3. Because if I go over there to help her with her house, then she could get mad at me that I'm not making money with my website. But if I show her my website, she'll feel like I'm doing something to get to there. And then if I offer a ride, she can't complain about not, having a good, I guess, exercise day. So yesterday I went over there, I called her. Because the day before I was talking about her website, I was like, hey, want me to read you my website? She goes, no, but come over anyway. We'll go on errands and I'll cook for you. I was like, all right. So you just want me to hang out. So we went on errands at supermarket and McGuckins or whatever. Oh, wait, where did we go? I think we did go there. Yeah, McGuckins and supermarket. Even went to buy get some crickets from my gecko. And then, hung out with her and had some food, had dinner. She made hamburger and french fries. And we watched the news and watched part of a movie, a first episode of a TV show called Queen's Gambit, about a chess player girl. It was interesting. Made me kind of want to get into chess, actually. Teach myself, like on YouTube. Maybe we do it with Kirsten, because I don't think she plays. Then came back here and I was working. So the work that I did today was on my, starting with the buildings. Wow, is that today? Wow, it seems like so long ago. Oh, no, that was yesterday. And then I started, right? And then I finished yesterday with the frame. So today I started with the frame of the Exceed 4000 building, and then I was going to hopefully finish the frame and then get going on the road. So, and I was doing, it's going to be really time consuming. I worked on the frame, pretty much finished this recently. At the very top of the frame, I have to do a reinforcement down, but that's it. But I'll do that tomorrow. So then I just got started on the road recently, and I just did a little bit of road work. Moving forward, I had a few 100 meters, and then decided to do this. So when I'm done with this, I'll work on the road for a little bit and then crack. Yesterday's video, I said that my goal for today was to finish the frame of the building and the road. And if I could do those 2 things, I'd be super happy. It's looking like I might not be able to do the road. Although if I work another hour or 2, I could. So I might be able to do the road. I'm almost done with the frame. So whatever. That frame was super crazy, a lot of work, insane. And plus I hung out with my mom a lot today, so I'm happy. I pretty much did it. If I don't finish the road today, I'll definitely finish the road and the frame tomorrow. Not the road, but where the road is. After I decide where the road is, the shape of the road, I can then decide where the road actually to put it. Because all I have to do, I hope it works out, is because it's a really big structure and it might be impossible to do something of that detail by doing it like this. But do a screen capture of it, and then rotate, and then put the screen capture directly on top, and then rotate it however I want the road to be. Because I might want to have the road to enter where the ground spiral road enters, and I have the ground spiral road enter from the northern part of the building. But when I made the summit road, I made it come in from the western part of the building, because I figured that's where the main roads for the island were. But I think I want to have the roads coming in from the same location. And I can't switch the road from the interior spiral road because I already made it, and you can't, move stuff on with the KMZ files once you place them down. That would be awesome if they could figure out a way to make it so you can slide that stuff around, like your entire creation on Google Earth, because then I could put all the stuff that I built in detail in one place, just all over the place. That'd be really cool. But, that's what I'm going to do today, work a little bit more on that. As far as listening, not really a whole lot. I went to a lot of silence today. Whenever I'm freaking out and I feel like I'm behind schedule, I go silence. And I'm just like, just get this over with. And I just try to work as hard as I can. Plus, if I get frustrated, like by making too many mistakes, that's when I go silent too, to avoid making mistakes. The work that I do is really easy. It's brain candy work. It's perfect work to do while I'm listening to something, but it's not total brain candy. Like if I don't pay, it's really easy a lot of the time for me to make mistakes and not even realize it. Like I'll be making something, and if I'm not giving 100% to it because I'm daydreaming or listening too much to something I'm listening to, then I'll find that I've done like today I had to fix like an hour's worth of work. I had to backtrack an hour's worth of work because I wasn't paying attention enough yesterday for whatever reason. And when I looked right at it, I went, oh my God, what is that? Like when I had the colors going up, I had the colors go vertically like this instead of across like they were supposed to do. So I had to recolor all these different layers on all these pillars. And not just like one layer, one group, but a whole bunch of like 3 ring parts on the frame. So it's like, and then today even when I was working, I was supposed to stagger it. And instead of staggering it, I was just starting the new one on the same level as the old one with the same colors and going up a bunch, like 5, without even realizing it. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, shit. So you definitely have to, and I mean, it happens all the time. It can happen with anything that I'm doing on here. So I have to constantly return to check my bearings and make sure everything is working right. Like look at it with the 30,000 foot, view, and not, you can't go into like autopilot with a lot of things. And in things that you think you can go into autopilot, you can't, because your brain goes even into more of a trance than you ever thought it could, or you finish something and then you keep going. So, anyway, I don't remember how that came in. Oh yeah, it actually happened a lot today where I had to do backtracking mistakes. So on the very bottom, I decided to have it a really big footprint, but I saw it was so big, I wanted to put a road through it. So I saw what road it was, and it was the 10-mile road. It was a perfect road. They have the time trials of that in England. They use a lot of the time trials in 10 miles, 20 miles. No, it goes 10 miles, 25 miles, and it goes up to 100 miles. But so I made the 10-miler, and so because I had the little block, so it made it perfect to make a little road. So I made a road, and I had a tunnel over it, and the tunnel was perfect. The road's right in the middle of the tunnel, so it works great. And yeah, and it's about 35 meters high, so it's like as high as the Statue of Liberty, not on the pedestal. So I could put stuff in front of that, and it'll accentuate how big a tunnel is, which would then accentuate how big the building is. So. Yeah, it's coming into a really good design. I really like it. Like it's like best case scenario. Gosh. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how that exterior spiral road's going to look because that's the whole reason I built this thing. And then, of course, after that, I'm going to build the, I actually could do it right now, but build the Eiffel Towers on the side of it, and then the, like this platform on the second perch of the Eiffel Tower is where I'm going to put the finish line of the bike time trials, the hill climb as well as the Everesting. They finished the same spot pretty much, which is cool. And then I'm going to build a big old like reservoir at that area as well. I'll have them all at the same place. And see, that's how I decide. Actually, how I was going to decide where to put the spiral road, wherever the height lines up for that, wherever I put it. And I think I was going to have it from the north. And then, yeah, then I could build, after the reservoir, then I build the canal in that's supported by the 1,000-foot high Jetta towers until it gets to the circular waterfall. And I really want to look at that circular waterfall going over the Colosseum, because that's going to be when I know for sure how good this is going to look. And yeah, so yeah, what could I accomplish tomorrow? Well, yeah, assuming I would go to sleep right now, which I don't feel groggy really, but I'm sober. I don't know if that is a thing. I ran out of weed today, and but I do have $50. Cha-ching, because I only have $65 in the bank, and I'm crazy in debt, dude. $12,000 in debt or something. 30% interest, and my big $11,000 credit card's going to kick in January. So, oopsie. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh man, I got on one of those tangents and I got too far into it and fucking lost my way. Anyway, yeah, so, what was I talking? Oh yeah, tomorrow. Assuming I'll go to sleep right now, tomorrow I'll finish the frame, just the top part, and then the road. And then I'll build the road. And then I'll have time on top of that. That'll just be the first part of the day. And then I'll have the time. And then I'll build the Eiffel Towers, all of them. And then I'll build the platform for the road. And then I'll and then I'll get started with the Jetta Towers, but I won't finish them. That's about how far I'll make it tomorrow. But I'll get a good chunk of the way into them, but I won't finish them because it'll be a bunch and it'll take a while because I'm going to build them in the same style as everything is built on that building, which is every 5 meters a floor. But that's 200 floors per each Jetta Tower, and I'm going to need a few of them, like 3 at least. I don't really know. So what's that? 600? It adds up. Plus I have to design it. I don't even know how I'm going to design it yet, So that's where I'll be tomorrow. But then today, and what day is it? I don't know. Day after tomorrow, assuming day after tomorrow. Oh, I'm already talking 13 minutes, 42 seconds. Assuming day after tomorrow is Sunday. How do you know what day it is? I think it's like, I could, yeah, get close to getting done. Not get done because there's a lot of things to throw on there. The aspen trees, the redwood trees, finish building that building on the top, which is complicated. Just random stuff. I think I can get done in 2 more days, though. At the end of the day after tomorrow. I don't know what day that is. I forgot to look, but... So, and this is my 4th week, and so it'll be not that much longer after 4 weeks when I'm pretty much done with the building. I think I've finished the building. Unless I get carried away with some things connected to it. There is this one thing that I'm super excited about doing that I want to do is the wingsuiters, because the idea of my building is that you're using gravity, it's free transportation, carbon neutral, but also resource neutral, meaning including solar powered stuff that's not resource free, resource neutral, because you have to mine for that stuff. So if you're going to talk pure resource neutral, you're talking something like a bicycle, running, swimming, kayaking. Okay, not electric bicycling or electric kayaking, but man-powered kayaking across the water, running and bicycling across the land. But people don't realize you can do it in the sky too. If you have big ass buildings, you have a high enough a building that's 13,000 feet high, then who says that everybody's not going to be wingsuiting for their daily commute to work and back? Obviously, you do that. Only you're doing it zero resource, zero footprint. Only, and you're flying. So, anyways, that's what I want to do. I want to draw in wingsuit guys flying on their trajectory from the top of the building, the Exceed 4000, which is 4 kilometers high, all the way to the next town over, and I'll calculate, what their fall rate is, and not just do them, and then I'll do gliders, because you can bring gliders up there, and even a toy glider. I saw a YouTube video of these guys who flew a toy glider. It's maybe 10 like a 6-foot wingspan or a 10-foot wingspan, kind of like a pterodactyl, not that big, but just a remote control glider, where they dropped at 10,000 feet above the coast of England, and it made it all the way to France. So I want to do that glider. And, bitch could make it all the way across the goddamn island. Fucking crazy shit. So, yeah, so like you could do mail service, postal mail, drone, radio-powered drone, or computer-controlled drone delivery gliders. Don't even use battery. So yeah, it's going to get people fired up to build and live in this building after I make it. I'm going to make a screenplay. It has to be turned into a Hollywood movie, man, this building, the one that I'm designing. Okay, so anyways, I've talked long enough. Tomorrow I'm going to, I haven't had my shower yet. I don't know if I have to. I don't know if I should, but I did ride my bike to my mom's house and back. I should. I sleep better when I shower. It shows how much of a workaholic I am. I work so much that I don't even feel like I have enough time to take a goddamn shower. And I got to shave too. So, yeah, that's what my trajectory is for that. But yeah. Oh, and once I build the building, I can do the purchase. That's the really cool thing. There's this tool on Google Earth called the Movie Tool. And if you open it up and you hit record, it records where you are on Google Earth. And it doesn't just have to be a movie. You can just hit record and then hit it again, hit stop, and it just takes you where you need to go. And that's like a picture. It's like taking a picture, And you could build an unlimited of those. And so that's the beauty of making a really detailed world like how I am. You can then do perches freaking everywhere. Like I was showing my mom my Atlantis with perches, and it was like 50 perches I showed her with, and she was gobbling it up. So like I just want to go a buck wild with those perches. I mean, if I went crazy with the detail of building it, then I should respect that project by building the perches. So I'm going to build I swear to God, I'm going to make a list. It has to be at least 100 perches per Google Earth, because you can use this in movies. Yeah, so 100 perches for this Google Earth project, the XT 4000, another 100 for Atlantis, at least 100 for Rome, if not more, 100 for Boulder. Oh my God, that's gonna be so much fun to build this, and then build a movie. I was thinking I'm gonna make my YouTube videos about it much later once I'm done with everything. So when I'm fresh, you're much better at proofreading old work or whatever when you're fresh. You take a break from it, and then you come back to it later when any of the discrepancies that you saw before were just exhausting to you because you were burnt out. Now you see it as a challenge to make it perfect. So I'm going to do my best to finish all of my Google Earth projects as far as I can, and then I'm going to bounce and just work on my website and forget I even have Google Earth for like a long time, as long as I can on the website, and then get back to the Google Earth. I'll be like, all right, let's make these movies. Anyways, we're almost at 20 minutes. Let's keep it under 20 minutes. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be done in a few days with the XT 4000, but you can check out the download right now, and 2 files, New York and XT 4000. All right, touch tomorrow.